Preparing our data to plot. Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics, and in today's video we're going to really kind of go through slicing and chopping up our data to prepare it to plot, because there's a lot here. We can learn a lot, but we really need to take our our small bites. So alright, so if you're new here, thanks for joining us. This is what we do micro videos. So I started doing this video a couple times and I realized there's a lot going on here. So if next video we're going to be plotting this. So if you've not already imported and installed matplotlib, go ahead and do that. But in this video, we're going to be breaking out these columns and actually slicing, because if we remember, we actually have 3 targets. And I really, in our first go around, I only want us to look at the first 2 because we're going to have to do something interesting. And I really want us to focus on 2 so we can see our margin to do the math next. So 3 videos a week, I think we can handle all this. So this is basically the first steps of understanding and chopping up the data. So if we look at this and understand, we have 150 rows. All right, so the first 50 is our first type of flower, second 50, second type, and last the third. So let's go ahead and start breaking this up. So we want this first column. Length equals X. This first column, 0. But we don't want all of it. We just want the first 50. So, all right, so X, Y, X width, if I can type today, X, then first 50, and then the second column. This column right here. All right, so now if we want the second flower length and width, so we're going to do Y underscore length equals X. So all right, we know our indexing. If you're not quite sure about indexing rules, just step out and just indexing, slicing. So same setup. So I'm slicing this and still same column. All right. Then Y width equals X. Then 50 through 100. And we're going to test to make sure I indexed all this out right. So, all right. So these should be our first flowers. And let's go ahead and put this in. All right, let's test this. So length, X length. Let's do N X length. All right, 50, perfect. And then len, just make sure X width, 50. And let's do Y. 50 of them, and oops, that's not right. Y. And then we can also check our target. So we're going to use our window on our target, because so if we do Y 50, all zeros, so our first flower. Then I move this over here and I do 100 index, because we're going to utilize this. And all right, perfect. And let's make sure we're not missing anything from 100 on. Just make sure. So all 2s, because next now that we have this, we also need to bring in, let's remember, dir on data, target names. So data dot target names. Aha, there we go. Because we're going to be utilizing this when we graph. We're going to make a legend, and we're going to take this and pass it in. We're going to use a scatter plot. So we've done those before, and I'll go ahead and put the playlist for matplotlib up here so you can go, because what you're going to find is, actually, let's just go ahead and break out the third flower. Let's just do it, and so we can already have it, and I'll show you, because it's going to get very confusing, and we're going to have to do something a little bit different on the third flower. But let's just let's break this out, because yeah, we're already at like 6 minutes. Okay, so 100 through and 100 through the end. And if you're not sure about indexing, please make sure, and I'll go ahead and throw up a card about indexing and slicing if by chance you're not aware. All right, so we need to make this Z and Z, and we just checked. We know that this is our target on all, because these are aligned, our data and our target, because the target, to remind you, Y, is what type of flower. X is the measurements, and Y is the type of flower. So we're going to actually then, in next video, we're going to graph this, and we'll see. And I'll show you with all three, and I'll show you with one, and then we're going to begin to talk about the math on the soft margin and the boundary and the math behind it, because we're not going to hang our hat on the math, but I want you to understand it and why it's doing what it's doing. Just like we do everything here, we want to understand the why. So when we run into something similar, we can take a step back and have some sort of approximation and extrapolate what might actually be happening. All right, so there we go, guys. Please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, jumping over to the Discord server. A lot of great conversations happening over there. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't, check out this video right here or this one right down here. And most important, make sure you're hitting this subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.